This video is brought to you by A Better Route Planner, the route planner for EVs. Hundreds of cars are supported. Choose your configuration, plan your route with the charging network that you want to prefer or charging networks that you want to avoid. If you're a premium member, you can use real-time weather forecast and traffic information, and you can also use A Better Route Planner in your car with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Use the link in the description to support the channel and use A Better Route Planner Premium for 30 days for free.
Hello everyone, this is the Volkswagen Id.3 GTX, and today I want to show you the car a tiny bit. It's not going to be the biggest review, and I'm going to do a tiny little range test, and right now we're charging but I'm not at 50%. But don't worry, I will get a press car very soon in a few weeks, and then we're going to do all of those tests for real, good stuff, not just half-assed like today, because I don't have the car for a really long time, and I have to get this car back to the airport, and then I have to go to a different event. I drove this car to Switzerland through the Alps 2 days ago, and today the other way around, but it was still dark, and 2 days ago it was raining like crazy, but here it is. It looks amazing. What's different with this car is now we have the 210 APP 550 210 kilowatt motor in the rear. It's still rear wheel drive. We have a 79 kilowatt hour battery, which is awesome. And we're gonna look at the charging in a second. When we charged on the way there, we saw a peak around 190 kilowatt at above 30%, and then at 70% around that it went under 100 kilowatts, with a really good charging curve. And with the new motor, it's more efficient, and we have a tiny bit bigger battery, so the range, WLTP range of this car is very similar to my ID.7. The ID.7 still has a better drag coefficient, but it's a great car. It looks amazing, it looks stunning, and it's a lot of fun to drive. The 210 kilowatt, it's 5.9 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. It's really nice and is a lot of fun. Today I plugged in at a very high state of charge at around 26%, and I have at 44% 158 kilowatt, which is also good. I'm gonna charge to around 80%, and when we go. We drove the Id.3 GTX through the mountain, through the nice cornering when you go up the mountain and down, and it's a really sporty car, but it's not a new world. So it's not extreme power, so the 210 kilowatt feel good, but it's not, you know, it's not, oh my god, this is a big difference. 0 to 100 time is a second faster than with my Id.3 that I had with 150 kilowatt, but a smaller battery. This has the 79 kilowatt hour battery, but it's not overwhelming. It is a bit of a sportier ride, but it's again also not so extremely different that you are surprised what it does. And steering and everything is the same. This car has ID software 5.0 on. Everything works well, and I can say, remember with the ID.7 Tourer where I said that the travel assist steered a bit weird, and I thought, is it the car or is it the software? And it was just the car. This car steers perfectly. I'm here on the highway driving 130, and as Id.3 should be, it's nice and comfortable. Everything is amazing. I use the travel assist all the time. Don't have it on right now because I want to drive top speed in a second, and it feels good. And it's not loud. I haven't been in an Id.3 in a while, since December, since we gave back Walter, and it's nice. It's nice to drive an Id.3. 150. Nice. Oh, that feels amazing. on a German highway with 186, it says on the speedometer. I don't even need two hands on the steering wheel. It's totally stable. It's not moving anywhere. The wind, when I drive by a car, nothing is pushing me or pulling me. Oh, it's so stable. It's awesome. Suspension is still amazing. Oh, this is great. Better than mine. Is it better than my car? Maybe it's the highway. I have to accelerate a bit from 100 to top speed. Wow. That's different than in my old ID.3. The acceleration at higher speeds, that wasn't there in my car. Here it's still good. That's different. Good looking car, this Id.3 GTX. Looks good, feels good to drive, especially at higher speeds. 180 was very comfortable and very nice. I would get the not the black rims, but hello. This car has everything except for the DC seat. It's not in there. And at 60% almost, I still get 120 kilowatt. That's cool. I also want to make a tiny little range test to the airport that we're driving to, but I don't know if there's a special height difference. If the Munich airport is extremely low and we are high right now, I doubt it. We're behind the Alps. It should be around the same, but I don't know. But again, that's why we do the normal range test all later when the press car arrives. I'm driving 133 on the speedometer, as always. You know me, GPS and everything. I started at 80%, I reset my trip, and because the after charging didn't reset right away, and I thought this is gonna do it, but then it still did it, so it's fine. But I reset my trip from start as well, it's fine. There it is. I have my climate on. No AC, I don't think it's heating as well. Let's see. No heat also. And oh, he's coming there. And we'll see how this drive is gonna be, because that's interesting. I have no idea if it's uphill or downhill to Munich. We had the experience on the drive that the efficiency was really good. Almost ID.7 level, and you see that at the WLTP range as well. I said it before, now that, oh, you can't even see me. There's sun somewhere. I said it before, at 130, it's so nice in here. I have cruise control, travel assist on, it steers itself, it does it really well. You know that I like Volkswagen travel assist, and it's a nice and comfortable ride. And the good thing about this motor, it's more power, but it's more efficient. So it's almost like the most powerful ID.3 is also the most efficient. And a big battery is heavier, and I'm pretty sure the more sportier suspension maybe adds some weight, but still awesome. I've used 25% of the battery and drove 101 kilometers. So full range would be 404, but my average speed is pretty low. Well, it's lower than it would be on my normal test. And again, I don't know elevation up or down, but there's a lot of speed limits, even to 100, and mostly to 130, like right now. Well, it's 120, but I drive 130 because, come on. Consumption 186, which is pretty good. I'm at the airport in 55 kilometers, so we won't get for me to use 50%. But like I said, you get a full range test at some point. Don't worry, I deliver. I arrived with 45%, drove 159 kilometers, consumption 171 watt-hours per kilometer. I didn't have time to do the whole calculation about the range when I was there because it was a bit stressful. Nobody was there to get the car. And so I had to call and stuff like this, and Munich airport parking is also not the easiest. And I couldn't remember where I parked the Enyaq that I drove there with. So, but 171 watt-hours per kilometer, here is the data. And 159 kilometers driven with 35% gets me to 454 kilometers of full range, but you can see my average speed is 110. Usually when I do my range test at 130, if it's a good test, it's around 125 to 127, which is better to compare to other cars, because I always try to drive that way. The problem with comparing it to other cars, and that's why I rarely do it unless it's the same car that got updated, is that weather is just such a big impact. So if you drive at 10 degrees colder, or if you just need a bit of heat, everything is totally different. You can't compare it. It's very hard to do. I still try to do it. I put here the number that I got with an Id.3 Pro S with the 77 kilowatt hour battery, my ID.7 with the same motor and even a smaller battery than this GTX, and my old Id.3 with the middle battery, 58 kilowatt hours and 150 kilowatt, what range it got at 130. If you want to follow me on Instagram, BatteryLife1, and if you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link in the description below, and here on YouTube there's also channel membership. And if you want to know what's happening behind the scenes, I have a third YouTube channel, Behind the Battery. But that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.